Welcome to The Adaptable Octopus, a podcast hosted by Blair Riggs. Through honest and heartfelt storytelling, Blair shares her experiences navigating life with cerebral palsy. Each episode explores how she's adapted to challenges, found strength in vulnerability, and embraced her unique path. Her journey is a reminder that resilience and creativity can help us overcome even the toughest obstacles. Follow along to hear Blair's insights, connect with her story, and join a community that celebrates growth and adaptability. Subscribe now to be part of the conversation.
Welcome back to another episode of the Adaptable Octopus. Our guest today is somebody I knew since elementary school. And I didn't realize some of the struggles she was going through, and I saw her every day. So I want to introduce you to someone who is truly remarkable, resilient, and just kind. Welcome, Carmen Haskins.
Thank you so much, Blair. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Like I said, we're fellow Westbrooknians.
Yes.
I saw you every day, and I had no clue. And it's just amazing. You never know what people are going through. What I'm talking about, guys, is her book, Secrets Kill, Come Out of the Darkness. I resonated with something that you said in another interview at the time, and you said in the quietness, that's when trauma is loudest. Do you remember saying that?
Yes. I remember just silence was scary for me back then, because that was a time for my mind to just race and wander and, have flashbacks and unwanted memories, just remembering all of those unpleasant experiences.
Yeah. And how did you manage revisiting those traumas as you were writing this book?
Well, thankfully, I've had years of therapy, and yes, therapists have therapy too, because we're all on a healing journey. And so I was in a good space where I knew how to handle flashbacks. I knew what coping skills would help me. I knew what self-care helped. So it wasn't, and I did have flashbacks. I did have nightmares writing the book, but I knew how to cope.
Well, I want you to tell me a little bit more about your book. I appreciate you writing the book from a personal standpoint, and it is also like a how-to book.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
It's my purpose for writing the book was to let people know that it is okay to share your story. You don't have to do it on a grand stage. Of course, you don't have to write a book about it, but just talking it out with someone that you trust can be helpful. Of course, I'm suggesting or, nudging people to get into therapy, find a therapist. I do talk about like what you should expect, what things to look for. But also in the meantime, give a few tips on things that you can do until you feel safe or until you have the means or the position to get a therapist. Because I know everyone's life situation is different.
What made you go into the career that you've chosen?
Because I wanted to help. I know that this is not something that just happens to me. Unfortunately, it happens many times a day and to millions of people. And so I just wanted to be a safe space for those and to help people recover the way that I did.
Yeah. I don't want to mess up all your accomplishments. Can you explain your career path just a little bit more? 'Cause I don't want to mess it up.
Oh, of course. So I am the owner of P.I.N.K Solutions, which the P.I.N.K stands for Psychoanalytical Innovations Neutralizes Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
And the K is there on purpose because to some people, I know chaos starts with a C, but chaos doesn't make sense. So I kept the K on the P.I.N.K. Um, and I am a therapist. I specialize in trauma. I work with all populations. I do individual, I do family therapy and sometimes couples counseling.
And you're certified in 5 states. So if anyone's interested after listening to this interview, I will link her information and how to get in touch with her if you're interested. One thing, I'm going to go back to neutralizing chaos. And I've done some research on the word chaos. We think about chaos as just craziness and unexplained. I'm going to use the word madness.
Yeah.
But chaos comes from something, and it does have a pattern. And once you realize what's causing chaos, then healing will happen. I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Love the P.I.N.K Solutions Day. I really do. You've been through a lot of trauma, a lot of disappointments. How do you keep being resilient? How do you keep getting up and keep going on your path?
A lot of it is faith, faith that tomorrow will be better. And now I have a daughter that's depending on me. So that definitely keeps me going. But on an individual level, it's just hope. It's hope that when I wake up in the morning, it'll be better.
Yes. Just keep on going.
Yes.
You are so kind and gracious, even in the midst of your troubles. So can you share, like, I know you said faith and just whatever, but as a child, did you know that, or was it something that you learned as an adult or an older teenager?
Um, Honestly, my grandmother was a huge, like, she was my person. I was with her everywhere. And then being at school, like I said, like, it was the quiet times that were the monster. So being at school and focusing on the schoolwork and being around, my classmates and everyone, that was a quiet time in my brain. It helped me to focus. So, like, I was an honor roll student. I excelled in school because like, that gave me something to focus on as, like, I can do this. I can do this well.
Yeah.
And so it actually helped to have school. And then once I started playing basketball, that was another outlet, and it kept me around people a little bit longer because after school, I had practice and we had, basketball summer camps and things like that. So the being busy, if anything, school taught me to stay busy and to find positive things to focus on.
Yeah. I know I've had a lot of trauma in my when I was a very young child. But unlike you being gracious and kind, I was like the one that pushed people away. Being free to tell your story doesn't always mean that you won't feel your feelings. And it's okay to feel your feelings. It's just what you do while feeling the feelings. like I said, I'm going to go back to chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos comes from somewhere. So once we can neutralize it, your brain becomes a peaceful place.
Yes, it does. It does. And you're right. Like, just because, we're on this journey and living this life and you reach different levels of healing, doesn't mean that those things aren't going to pop up. You just get to decide what you're going to do with it. Are you going to continue to react? And because what trauma does, it kind of stamps the brain in that moment, and it's a different kind of memory. It's a memory that is attached to senses. So it may be something you smelled at that time, something you saw, something like the actual feelings that you felt in that moment. And it's all coming rushing back with that memory, and it makes you feel like you're 9 again, or it makes you feel like it takes you back to that place, and everything is attached, even though you're an adult now and you have your own things going on, better things going on. You don't feel safe when that memory pops up. And so it is reminding yourself that you're not there.
When I feel those moments of chaos, of trauma, like I feel them deep down.
Yeah.
But something that helps me is just to be in the moment. Really feel those feelings and then reassure myself I'm okay. I'm thriving. I am here with my daughter. I'm here with my son. I have my own place. There is so much hope. So there's some days where I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot share another story. I cannot feel these pains. For me, my sister is my best friend. So I call her just crying, just crying. And then she encourages me to keep going. Who is that one person in your life? Do you have a person?
I do. My sister, my sister, my mom, and my aunt, we have like this group chat. And my aunt calls it the lifeline, where the lifeline is. And so I can, if I'm frustrated, having a bad day, go and talk to them. But individually, like my sister is my go-to person. And then I do have some friends that I can share things with. I guess you learn along the way, like who you can share certain things with, who can handle what. So for the big things, I tend to go to my big sister.
Yeah. I believe everybody has somebody. Everybody has a person.
Yes.
So I just encourage you to find your person. It could be a family member, it could be a friend, whoever, and just let it go.
Yes.
Like the song. Now I'm singing the song in my head, and I can't. That's so funny. Do you have any advice for our listeners at home that they can do some exercises while driving, while at the office, in the moment the chaos is happening in their life?
Yes. So a lot of times when our minds are spinning and it feels chaotic, our nervous system is activated, and it's sending all types of hormones and chemicals through our body. And a lot of that is adrenaline, which puts us in fight or flight, feel like we're in survival mode. And so one of the biggest ways to help with that and to settle things down internally is deep breathing. And it's not just the like you're running out of breath, but it's the slow, deep breaths through your nose to kind of get that warm air into your body. And yes, you're filling up your diaphragm. You're filling up your diaphragm with air. And then the slow breathing out like you're blowing through a straw, just to keep that, to control the exhale. With that, you want to do that at least 5 times, because I know some people 1 or 2 breaths and they're like, Carmen, it's not working. I'm like, keep doing it. Do it like 5 times.
Yeah.
And then your brain catches up and it's like, oh, we're trying to like settle down. And so then it releases the calming chemicals in our brain to help us to settle and get back on track.
Amazing. I love that. Yes. I recommend P.I.N.K Solution. It's a good program that comes from the heart. Do you have any availability to take on new clients?
I do. I'm actually
Okay.
up some new daytime spots here soon.
Okay. So I will be sure to link everything in the bio.
Thank you.
But you can email me direct at the Octopus. The Adaptable Octopus at gmail.com, or just directly to Carmen at
P.I.N.K.
What's your email?
Yeah, it's Carmen at P.I.N.K-solutions.org.
And like I said, she is certified, licensed in 5 states. Can you repeat what states you're licensed in?
Yes, that is Virginia, Maryland, DC, North Carolina, and Louisiana.
That means you can accept clients from those states. Is that correct?
That is correct. Until
Okay.
an agreement is made where more states I can see more people across different states, it'll be those states, but it is virtual. All you need is a phone, really. You don't have to have a computer, just be able to get on Zoom.
Well, I've got 2 questions then. Now, I just learned what the difference between a motto and a mantra is. And I want to know, do you have a mantra?
Yes, my mantra is I am enough.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. All right, before we close, words of wisdom.
Well, first, I would like to say thank you to you, because I love your podcast. I think that you're doing a wonderful job. And so thank you to you. And to the listeners, there is hope there, that when everything feels like it's crashing down around you, to just find a little piece of hope to keep going and let that be your raft.
My sister says a little shimmer.
Yes.
Find a little shimmer in everything. Well, thank you so much for being a guest. And just thank you for being you. You're amazing, you're adaptable, and keep thriving.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Adaptable Octopus. If you enjoyed the conversation, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can listen on your favorite podcast platform, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere else you love to stream. And if you have a moment, leave a review or share the podcast with someone who might enjoy it too. Your support means the world and helps grow this amazing community. Until next time, keep adapting, keep thriving, and take care.